Mauricio Umansky and Kelly Richards were seen as the picture of connection. Two people who, against all odds, found comfort and understanding in each other's worlds. Mauricio, the charismatic real estate mogul and reality TV favorite, and Kelly, the fiercely private sister of Kyle and Kim Richards, shared a bond that felt both unexpected and magnetic. Together, they navigated fame's glare with ease. Dinners at the Polo Lounge, quiet weekends in Aspen, and whispered laughter away from cameras. But now, that image of effortless harmony may be crumbling. According to insiders close to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills circle, Kelly was left devastated after receiving what she allegedly described as undeniable proof that Mauricio may not have been entirely faithful. The revelation reportedly shattered the fragile trust they built in recent months, and the confrontation that followed was emotional, raw, and deeply personal. The scene, sources say, unfolded inside Mauricio's Beverly Hills home, the same property that once symbolized new beginnings after his split from Kyle Richards. It was late, quiet, intense. Kelly had been tipped off by someone mutual, someone she trusted implicitly. Her voice reportedly trembled as she demanded answers, while Mauricio, usually composed and confident, looked shaken and remorseful. He tried to explain. He insisted that people were twisting the truth, that rumors had been fueled by those eager to see him fall. But Kelly, ever guarded yet heartbreakingly sincere, reportedly walked out before dawn, leaving behind only a single overnight bag. Hours later, paparazzi cameras captured her at Van Nuys Airport boarding a private flight to Palm Springs, alone. The images sent shockwaves through Beverly Hills and beyond. Friends close to Mauricio described him as not himself in the days that followed. One insider said he's been holed up in his Los Angeles mansion, barely eating, barely sleeping. He looks lost, the source revealed. He keeps replaying that night, over and over again. He knows he might have ruined something real. Mauricio has reportedly made multiple attempts to reach Kelly since, calling, texting, even asking Kyle and Kim to help mediate. But Kelly has remained silent, choosing instead to retreat into family life and focus on her wellness. Those who know her best say she's heartbroken but resolute. Kelly's not the kind of woman who tolerates betrayal, shared a longtime friend. She's warm, loyal, and forgiving to a point. But when trust is broken, she shuts down. She's protecting her peace. The emotional fallout has rippled through their inner circle, especially given how close the Richards sisters are, despite years of complicated history. Kyle, sources say, has been trying to stay neutral, torn between her loyalty to family and her friendship with Mauricio, the father of her daughters. From red carpet appearances to casual Beverly Hills dinners, Mauricio and Kelly's growing closeness had become a talking point, their chemistry undeniable. Many saw them as two people who understood the pressure of living under public scrutiny yet found solace in each other's company. To see that foundation shaken has left friends and fans stunned. Social media has erupted with speculation. Some believe Mauricio, still navigating the emotional aftermath of his separation from Kyle, may have rushed too quickly into something serious. Others think the constant attention, filming schedules, and paparazzi intrusion made it impossible for any relationship to breathe. But what truly stands out is Mauricio's emotional unraveling. Those close to him say he's been seen openly crying, something few have ever witnessed from the usually composed Bravo star. He's expressed deep regret, admitting to friends that he took Kelly's trust for granted and never thought she'd actually walk away. Despite the heartbreak, a few optimistic insiders haven't given up hope. They believe Mauricio is determined to repair the damage, not through grand gestures, but through quiet accountability. He's talking about stepping back from work, going to therapy, focusing on his daughters, and just slowing down, said one friend. Whether Kelly is ready to listen remains uncertain. She's known for her grace and for processing privately, far from the chaos of the Bravo cameras. This, perhaps the most personal test she's ever faced, could determine not only her future with Mauricio, but also her peace of mind. Fans online have flooded both of their social media pages with messages of support. Some plead for reconciliation, urging them to work it out. Others cheer Kelly's strength, encouraging her to stand tall and protect your heart. What's clear is that this story has struck a chord. Mauricio Umansky has always been seen as the charming family man, a success story built on ambition and love. Kelly Richards, meanwhile, has emerged from the shadows of her famous sisters with a quiet elegance that fans adore. Now, the intersection of their lives has become one of Beverly Hills' most talked about turning points. Right now, Mauricio's world feels unsteady. For the first time, the man who sold dream homes is struggling to rebuild his own. And Kelly, calm, composed, yet quietly hurting, stands as a woman at a crossroads, torn between heart and self-respect. In the days following Kelly's quiet departure, Beverly Hills was abuzz with whispers. The story had leaked, not through the tabloids this time, but through the city's invisible network of dinner parties, private trainers, and stylists who know when someone's energy shifts. Suddenly, every glance at the Polo Lounge, every casual mention at Soho House carried a trace of curiosity. Was Mauricio Umansky, the man who built the agency, the husband who once defined loyalty and love with Kyle Richards, really at the center of another heartbreak? For Mauricio, the silence was deafening. He'd always been known for his optimism, the kind of man who believed that any mess could be fixed with patience, sincerity, and hard work. But as the days stretched into weeks, the weight of what had happened began to sink in. Gone were the friendly texts from Kelly. Gone were their early morning coffee runs in Malibu or the quiet nights spent cooking together, away from the spotlight. Her absence filled every corner of his house, a reminder that love, no matter how adult or refined, could vanish overnight. Those close to Mauricio say he's been trying to keep busy, throwing himself into work at the agency, attending meetings, and pretending that life is business as usual. But people can tell. His usual spark isn't there. He's distracted, distant, sometimes staring into space in the middle of a conversation. One colleague described it perfectly. He looks like a man living in rewind, like he's replaying every word, every choice, wondering where it all went wrong. Behind the scenes, Kyle Richards has quietly stepped into a delicate role, not as an ex-wife, but as a friend trying to help both sides heal. Despite everything, Kyle has always believed in forgiveness. She knows better than anyone that love doesn't vanish simply because life gets complicated. According to one insider, Kyle has reached out to Kelly multiple times, hoping to ease the tension. She's protective of her sister, but also doesn't want to see Mauricio spiral, the source explained. It's complicated, deeply complicated. But Kyle's heart is big, and she just wants peace. Kelly, meanwhile, has been retreating into stillness. Her social media accounts have gone quiet. No new photos, no cryptic quotes, no public appearances. Friends say she's been spending time at a friend's ranch in OJ, surrounded by nature, journaling, and meditating. She's finding comfort in solitude, something rare in a world where everyone's life is filtered in broadcast. Kelly doesn't want to perform her pain, shared someone close to her. She wants to understand it. And yet, there's something undeniable in the air, a pull neither of them seems able to escape. A week after Kelly left, Mauricio was spotted outside a spiritual retreat in Topanga Canyon, a place known for its mindfulness workshops and private counseling sessions. It wasn't for a Bravo shoot. It wasn't for optics. It was for himself. He told a friend that he needs to stop running from emotions and start facing the parts of himself he's neglected for years. That moment, quiet, human, unpolished, might be the first real step toward healing. Insiders say he's even written a letter to Kelly, not a text, not a voicemail, but a handwritten letter. In it, he allegedly admits his mistakes, not necessarily of infidelity, but of distraction, of letting fame, pressure, and image come before truth. He told her she deserved better than half of him, one insider revealed. He said she made him feel seen again, and he ruined it. Whether Kelly will ever read it is another question. For now, she's keeping her distance, but those close to her say she's still deeply conflicted. Love, after all, doesn't just vanish. And Kelly, despite her poise, has always had a soft heart, one that believes in redemption, but not without proof. The Beverly Hills elite are divided. Some say Kelly will never return, that she values her independence too much to revisit heartbreak. Others quietly believe this is just a pause, not an ending. One longtime friend of the Richards family even hinted that sometimes love needs a storm to reveal who's willing to rebuild. Meanwhile, Bravo fans have turned the entire ordeal into an online conversation. On Reddit threads and fan pages, followers dissect every move, from Mauricio's sudden decision to cancel a speaking appearance in Miami to Kelly's recent post of a sunset captioned simply, "New Horizons."